it's Q&A time! So I'm finally getting down to filming my Q&A video. So I got my iPad here and I'm going to pull up my questions and kind of just get through as many as I can. Okay, so the first question that I see on here is from Your Girl Friday. And she says, I'm new to your channel and really enjoy your videos. My question is, what is your guilty pleasure TV show and also song? My guilty pleasure TV show? Maybe Teen Mom. I love that show, but it's kind of, you know, has its moments. But yeah, I like reality TV. I really liked Jersey Shore when it was on as well. I guess that's kind of like a guilty pleasure TV show. TV shows I like are like Big Brother. I love Quantico. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely check that one out. Survivor. Actually a new series that started. It's called Younger. That one's really good. It actually has Hilary Duff in it, but it's a really good series. It's quite interesting and a little scandalous. And yeah, so that's probably TV shows. And my favorite song of the moment, I don't know if it's a really guilty pleasure song, but is the new Nick Jonas song. I think it's called Closer or Close. 'Cause space was just a story made up by someone who's afraid to get close. Oh, so close. Woo. That's my jam right now. I also like Rihanna's Work, Work, Work song or whatever. That's kind of fun. And then Fit and Fabulous Mamas say what? Or Kim says, what is your favorite TV show? So probably right now favorite is Quantico. I have a lot of shows I really like, but Quantico is like intense. I have to watch it the moment it's on. Modern Day Loss says, besides YouTubing, what type of hobbies do you like to do and where are you from? I am from Ontario, Canada, small town, kind of around between like Kingston and Belleville. It's a few hours away from Ottawa the one way and then a few hours away from Toronto the other way. So kind of Ontario near Toronto. Toronto is probably the one town everybody knows about, so not too far from Toronto. And Nat J, what is your favorite time of the day? Probably nap time. Or bedtime. Just because I feel like I get some time to myself and I can sit down and have a relaxing lunch and whatnot. So that's generally around noon time, nap time. And Erica Sloan says, who's your favorite cousin? Hi Erica, if you're watching. You may just be one of my favorite cousins. Mrs. Kristen G, how old are you and how did you meet your husband? I am 25. I'll be 26 September 20th. I was born in 1990, so yeah, 25. And how did I meet my husband? Thomas and I met actually on Facebook. He had added me on Facebook. He thought I was cute. I was one of the people you might know. Popped up on his computer and he kept thinking, that girl's kind of cute, and he added me. Funny enough that we had about 60 friends in common, and I messaged him asking how I knew him. I thought maybe I did know him, and I guess we just got to talking and really liked each other, and we met up shortly after our initial talking, and we went to play pool, and he made it a date right away. He had to pay, and it was really sweet. So we started dating quite soon after that. So it was July when we met. September, he gave me a promise ring. Christmas Eve, he proposed. And then 9 months later, so the following September, we got married. And so we got married September 18th, 2010, 2 days before my 20th birthday. And it'll be 6 years this September of marriage. All right. Megan, do you give yourself any rewards for weight loss milestones? Pampering, buy something, etc. Yeah, I do. A lot of times, I know you shouldn't reward yourself with food, but I'll just usually allow myself to have the breakfast I want or the dinner I want on weigh-in day if I've done a good week of losses. I also, when my clothes get loose, because I have been losing weight, obviously, then I'll go out and buy myself a new outfit when I'm down the next side. Jessica Lane, your videos are very candid and real, which I love. I'd love to know your favorite cheat meal, favorite type of cuisine, and if you have a favorite Weight Watcher snack that helps you really push through. Thanks so much. I'm new here and love that you post frequently. Hi Jessica, I love that you're new to my channel and thank you so much for your support. My favorite cheat meal, probably my go-to cheat if I really am craving something lately, it would probably be like a hamburger. I don't know what it is. I never used to be a big hamburger person. If we went through the drive-thru somewhere or went to a restaurant, I probably would always get chicken fingers and fries, but as I've gotten older, I just want like a big hearty hamburger. So if I was going to cheat somewhere, I probably would have a big hamburger. And then my favorite type of cuisine right now, probably Greek food. I love myself some souvlaki and tzatziki and Greek salad, so probably Greek. And my favorite Weight Watchers snack, well, it's not Weight Watchers like brand, but probably my favorite thing to have are my fudgesicles. They're 1 point, and well, they're not mine. They're Fudgesicle brand, I believe. They're 45 calorie fudgesicles and they're 1 point each. So I like to have those in my freezer. So if I really want a cheat or something sweet, then I can go have that and not feel like I'm missing out or can't have dessert. And yeah, that was all of your questions. And then Weight Watchers Bride to Be. Hi Molly. She says, what is your favorite perfume? I don't wear a lot of perfume because my family's quite scent conscious. Well, my mother is. Probably the most recent scent I wore was a Elizabeth Arden perfume called, I think it's Cherry Blossom, and it's really, really pretty. It's a nice, light, spring, summery scent. Another one I liked was actually a Heidi Klum perfume. I know there's one I always really wanted to get, and it was, I think it's Candy by Prada Candy. That one I really like. It's really sweet and nice. I just never did buy it because I know I don't wear fragrances a lot, so when I worked at the perfume counter, I picked up a few whenever they'd go on a deal that I really liked, but I never really did end up getting Prada Candy, but that one is really nice. Shannon C. Where do you and your husband like to go on date night? Shannon, if we get to have a date night, it ends up being usually dinner and a movie. We've been talking about actually going rock climbing because there's a rock climbing place over in the next town, and we just haven't gotten out to do that yet, but we've been trying to think of more activities that we can do. But usually it's just kind of time to relax, so we end up going to dinner and a movie because there's not really a lot to do around here. And just nice to chat and hang out, so that's what we do. Oh, Molly asked another question, Weight Watchers Bride to Be. If you were not a stay-at-home mom, what would you choose as a career? And when your children are in school full-time, do I plan to work as well? When my children are in school full-time, I'll definitely be working part-time. Me and my husband have talked about this a bit more recently. I don't think he would want me to go back full-time because he'd really prioritizes me being home and taking care of the household and getting the kids ready for school and whatnot. So I probably would have a part-time job. It is really hard for me to work with my husband's job, especially because, like, as far as childcare goes. So I won't be working until at least my kids are in school, and then it will probably have to be school hours. So I can't work outside of school hours because if we're paying for daycare, it's not really going to make sense for our family. What would I do? I'm a hairstylist, a licensed hairstylist, but more recently I've been thinking if I was to go back to school, I have always been interested in massage therapy. However, I don't think I would do that anymore, but it's still an interest, so you never know. Another thing I've been thinking a lot more about is becoming like a doula, so I could assist in childbirth or be there as the support person for women when they're having their birth of their child. Another thing that another reason I like the idea of being a doula would be because I can offer support for breastfeeding because I have a lot of experience of my own for breastfeeding, and I would like to get into lactation consulting, but I don't think I would ever go to school to be a nurse, and I think most of the time for lactation consulting you need to have nursing background, or maybe I'd even become a midwife and then I can kind of do both, but I don't know. A lot of it depends on schooling if I really want to go back to school full time, so those are just things I've been bouncing around with and playing in my head. I mean, if I had to just get a quick job or a job on the side, I might just get a job at a restaurant or something because I do like people, I like to waitress, and I like dealing with public, so probably something like that. And Dork on a Diet says, if you could afford to go anywhere on vacation, where would you go and what would you do? If I could go anywhere. Well, I love the idea of going to places, but I really love cruises. Cruises are like my favorite. So I probably would, if it was just my husband and I, we probably would go on a cruise, like a European cruise or something. Actually, no, I lied. Okay. If my husband and I went on a trip, we would go to Europe and we would do like a backpacking travel, like across 2 months or something. Like that's our biggest plan, like our dream. But I'm thinking like shorter vacation, or if we did a family vacation, I probably would want to do like a Disney cruise or something, because I think at the ages my kids are starting to be, they would actually really like it, and seeing the characters, they love Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and I think that they would just probably like a Disney cruise. However, we probably wouldn't do that until at least Edison's 2 or 3, because I would like our kids, for the most part, if we do a trip like that, to remember our trip. Watcher's Chick with Grace says, how long have you been doing Weight Watchers? What is your goal, and what is your goal that you want to reach? How much have you lost in your time doing Weight Watchers? So I've lost about 40 pounds on Weight Watchers. I've kind of been stuck around the 180 mark, and I've been doing Weight Watchers since July. I did do it once before after my daughter, only for a short period of time before I found out I was pregnant with my son. So I would say I've been on Weight Watchers since July. My goal right now is to reach 169, because that is like the highest of my lifetime. So once I reach 169, actually I think it's 159. Yeah, sorry. Once I reach 159, then that's the highest of my lifetime, and I'll do that maintenance for 6 weeks. And then after that, I might decide to go lower. I haven't decided about that, but right now my goal is to reach lifetime, do the maintenance, and then become a leader. I really want to become a leader. And yeah, lost 40 pounds. And I think that ends my Q&A. Oh, another one. Healthy Girl says, I have a couple questions. How do you stay motivated on days when you are struggling? How do you keep focused on tracking and staying on plan? How do I stay motivated on days when I'm struggling? For the most part, I just try to like refocus on why I'm doing this. Think about the end. Think about how far I've come, so I don't throw it all away. Yeah, I kind of just think about why I've started this in the first place, which is just to be a healthier me, for my family, and for my kids. How do you keep focused on tracking and staying on plan? I try to pre-plan my food, so that keeps me more focused. And then how do you keep the plan from getting boring or tiring? When I feel like I'm getting bored of meals that I've been having a lot, I start looking online or trying to think of something that I do want to eat. And then I try my best to find a low point version of that, or make up a low point version of that, so that I don't get bored and I can have a new meal. For the most part, I'm pretty good at eating the same kind of food for days on end until I get sick of it. So that's generally what I do a lot. But like all of the things that I like to eat a lot are things that I liked to eat before, but I just modified them so I can have them in a lower amount of points now. And I have been doing Weight Watchers for a long time now, and I'm feeling burnt out, but I love the program. I just need to get the excitement back into it. Another thing that excites me, I hope you don't stay feeling like this for too long. I know it's all just like a cycle. Sometimes I feel as I get down in weight, I get more comfortable with how I look and feel, and that can also like make me lose motivation, because like I'm like, oh, like I do feel like I look good now, and I've already lost so much weight, I can just have like a free week. And sometimes I have those thoughts, but sometimes when I have those days, what I do is I start looking on YouTube, find someone else that I like, a new person that's starting out their journey, or even someone that's more in a fit, like I'll find someone I have a few people I follow that are kind of at their goals, and they're working on toning or things like that to make themselves just like that much more better of themselves. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I'll find someone that has the goal body type that I want, and I'll start watching them and seeing what they're doing. And usually when I start paying like refocusing on a new goal, like giving myself, okay, I want to do that, I want to look like that, I want to do squats like her to get a butt like hers, or you know what I mean. I just try to like set a new goal and try to think, okay, I'm getting closer to goal, what can I do now, what now would motivate me to keep going. So I'll look at things like that. I'll try to think of new meals I can have for low points. Sorry that that got a bit rambly, but I hope that that made sense to you. Thank you for your question, healthy girl. And I think that that ends all of my questions. I'd like to thank everybody that did leave me some questions, and I hope I didn't miss any. If I missed any of your questions, I am so sorry. It's really hard, especially when people commented on different videos and not the original Q&A video. Like I said, I did my best to answer all the questions for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will probably do another one in a few weeks. I'd like to also thank all of my new subscribers. I've really gotten quite the following lately, and how important you guys are to me and how great it makes me feel that you guys are interested in me that much to watch me and support me weekly. It's just really great, the community that we have here, and that we can all raise each other up and support each other on our journeys. So I'd like to thank you guys so much. Without you guys, I don't know if I would have been able to stick to it this long. I would say that that's another big motivation for me, is coming to you guys and having to be accountable to you guys weekly and how I'm eating and whatnot. So like I said, thank you so much, and if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel and you want to see more videos like this or learn more, follow me on my journey more, then you can click the subscribe button down below and you'll constantly get updated whenever I upload a what I ate today, cook with me, or weigh-in video. And yeah, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions or comments about anything I did say today, then you can put them down below, and as always, I will see you guys for my next video. Bye!